Hello, everyone. Time for another round of Bible trivia. Before we get started, of course, I got to give you a couple of corny jokes. I don't know. I don't know why I started that, but anyway, I guess I got to keep on doing it. What do you get when you cross a fish and an elephant? You get a swimming trunk. How do trees access the internet? They log in. Oh boy. All right, let's get to our questions. You got 10 questions. They're worth a point apiece, and you got two bonus questions. They're worth 3 points apiece. And the bonus questions are optional, but you have a total of 16 points. So let's begin. When Esther married King Ahasuerus, what had she deliberately not told him about herself? She was a barren, she was a Jew, or she had been married before. Esther 2, verse 10 tells us the answer is she was a Jew. Number 2, what happened to Haman when King Ahasuerus heard about his evil plot to kill the Jews? He was banished, he was imprisoned, or he was hanged. Esther 7, verse number 10 tells us that he was hanged. What did King Ahasuerus eventually do to protect the Jews from extermination? Revoke his decree, issue another decree, or brought them all to Susa? Esther 8, verse number 8 tells us the answer is issued another decree because he couldn't undo the other decree already made. Number 4, what did the second decree of King Ahasuerus give the Jews the right to do? Defend themselves, leave the empire, take refuge in the palace. Esther 8, verses 9 through 14 tells us the answer is defend themselves. Number 5, Mordecai ordered that the 14th and 15th day of Adar would signify what festival? Passover, Feast of Dedication, or Purim? Esther 9, verses 20 through 27 tells us that it was Purim. All right, ready for your bonus question? Here it is. What did Esther and Mordecai send to the 127 province of Persia? What did Esther and Mordecai send to the 127 provinces of Persia? The answer is found in Esther 9 and verse 30. It's letters. All right, let's move on to our next set of questions. Who was accused of not worshiping King Nebuchadnezzar's golden statue? Was it Shobach, Meshach, and Abagtha? Shobach, Meshach, and Abednego? Or was it Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Daniel 3, verses 10 through 12 tells us that it was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I bet you got that one right. Number 2, when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego wouldn't bow before King Nebuchadnezzar's statue, where were they taken? A blazing furnace, a deep pit, or the lion's den? Daniel 3, verse 20 tells us that it was a blazing furnace. Number 3, how many times hotter than normal did the angry king order the furnace to be heated? 2 times, 5 times, or 7 times? Daniel 3, verse number 19 tells us the answer is 2 times. Now I'm just messing with you. You'd be like, what? What are you talking about? No, the answer is really 7 times. I had to mess with you at least once. All right, number 4. What did the king's warriors do to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego before throwing them into the furnace? Feed them, tie them up, or strip them? Daniel 3, verse 20 tells us that they tied them up. Number 5, what happened to the warriors who carried Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to the furnace? Consumed by the fire, killed by the king, promoted by the king? Daniel 3, verse 22 through 23 tells us that they were consumed by the fire. Imagine they're so hot as they got close to the entrance that the heat just killed them right off the bat. Okay, here's your bonus question. How many people were seen walking around in the furnace? How many people were seen walking around in the furnace? Daniel 3, verses 24 through 25. 4. The answer is 4. It was Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, and then what appears to be Jesus. Some people have a different idea on who that is, but it certainly could fit with that it was Jesus before he became flesh. So I hope you did well. Let me know how you did down in the comments. Have a good day.